I don't want to be the neighbor that has an ugly yard, and I get along with all of my neighbors except for the retarded girl next door. What a joke.
Mr. Snowden, Ypsilanti Township versus Kenneth Snowden, 24T11077.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Mr. Snowden, please unmute your device. State your name, sir.
Kenneth Snowden?
Thank you. Mr. Snowden, it's my understanding you still want to go forward with your hearing today. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, please raise your right hand to be sworn. You swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Barnett, where's your witness, Ms. Gaston, so I can swear her in?
She was here. Oh,
She was. She's still, her name is still there, but she's not at the screen.
I can wait for a minute if you want to do the other one.
The other one's probably gonna take a while too. That's why hearing's so last.
Your Honor, this is Ordinance Officer Rogala. She'll be right back. She's heading back right now.
Thank you.
They're calling you.
Is there one that Ms. Rogella has or someone hasn't shown up that I can do quickly? Probably.
Gaston is back.
All right, thank you. Ms. Rogella, are you here on a particular matter?
Yes, I'm for the Caudell.
Oh, Caudell, okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Gaston, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Barnett, this is your hearing.
thank you, Rar. Ms. Gaston, how are you employed, ma'am?
I'm an ordinance officer here at the township.
How long have you worked for Ypsi Township?
I've been here now about 4 months.
Okay. And how long in total have you been an ordinance officer?
9 years.
Okay. Where'd you work prior to this?
Dearborn and Livonia.
Okay. And what are your duties and responsibilities as an ordinance officer for Ypsilanti Township?
To make sure the ordinances are enforced, blight, grass, weeds, any type of ordinance violations.
And these are zoning or ordinances
Zoning,
relate to
yeah.
property? Is that
Correct. Yes, correct.
And if you receive a complaint about a property, what are your steps?
First, we try to notify the property owner by notice of violation, emails, phone calls, knocking at the door. In this case, I made several attempts knocking at the door. I talked to both sons that live at the home. I did eventually talk to Mr. Snowden as well.
Okay, we'll get to that then.
Okay.
So did you receive a complaint as it relates to 1792 Smith Court in Ypsilanti Township?
I did.
And what's located at that address?
What type of blight?
What type of residence? Is it a single family? Is it a
Single
vacant home?
family. It's a
Okay.
single family.
And what was the nature of the complaint that you received?
It was blight, grass, and weeds.
Okay. Did you have occasion to go to that location and make an inspection?
I did.
Did you go more than once?
I did. I went several times.
Okay. And when did you start going?
In this particular case, sorry, I have to look at my notes here. This case started in the beginning of May 8th to be exact.
And I'm sorry, you said 4 times you went? Is that what you said?
No, I went here I went a total of 14 times.
Ah, okay, a lot more than that. What were your observations of the situation at that address?
There was the first observation was there was tall grass and weeds. And then after that, I was addressing the blight. There was different types of materials. There was ladders, there was garbage, there was trash, there was a lot of different just debris. There was still leaves from the fall from the prior year. There was just many different types of different junk and debris on the property scattered around.
And that the material that was scattered around on the property, would that be a violation of Ypsilanti Township ordinance?
It is a violation, yes.
Okay, so when you observed the violation, what were your steps at that point?
I knocked on the door to try to make contact with somebody in the home.
Okay. Did you eventually make contact with Kenneth Snowden?
Eventually, yes, but my first contact with his sons, it
Okay.
was with his son.
The property owner is Kenneth Snowden, though, is that correct?
That is the property owner, yes.
Okay. And do you see him on the Zoom call today?
Yes, this is the first time I did see him, yes, is today.
Okay. What other steps? Did you leave like a notice of violation or anything of that nature to let Mr. Snowden know that there were issues with the property?
Yes, I did mail notices and I left them on the property.
Okay. And was there any change in the property after you did that?
The first few attempts, no, but after a few notices, there were small changes started to be made. And then after I spoke to Mr. Snowden on the phone, there was a large improvement made, which there is today. There's been a large improvement made on the property.
Okay. Have you recently viewed the property then?
I did. I went by there yesterday.
Okay. Are there still issues on the property?
There's a few, but
Okay.
there's been a large improvement made.
Well, can you tell us about the few issues that remain?
There is still some blight. There's still the leaves and some of the grass and vegetation debris on the property. And there's just a few more. The address still needs to be put on the property. And there's just a few more pieces of debris that need to be picked up that I can go over with Mr. Snowden.
Okay. Did you take photographs when you did your investigation?
I did.
Okay. Bear with me for a minute. I'm going to try to share my screen. Okay. Does that appear? Do you see a photograph? Am I actually sharing?
You are.
Okay. Ma'am, do you see a photograph
Yes, I can
in
see
the
it.
screen? And is that a fair and accurate depiction of the way the property appeared?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'll move for the admission. I guess I'll call this Exhibit 1 and move for the admission.
Any objection to the admission of this photo as Exhibit 1?
No,
All right, for Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Thank you.
And
And-
this photo is from May 8th?
Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so when you more recently went by, was this material, had that been removed or was that still there? What
Yes,
was,
that material is picked up.
okay. Let me see what else. Here's exhibit number 2. Again, this is from May 8th. Is that a fair and accurate depiction?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and so the blight materials, you're talking about maybe these trash cans, the grill and various items throughout the yard?
Yes.
Okay, and so I'll move for the admission of exhibit 2.
Any objection to Exhibit 2?
no,
Are there more recent
Exhibit 2 is
I'm
admitted.
Yeah, sorry about that. Here's exhibit 3. Again, is that a fair and accurate depiction as of May 8th, what the property appeared to be?
Yes.
Okay, move the admission of 3. Yeah,
Any objection to Exhibit 3?
no.
It is admitted.
okay. And so when you observed, I'll stop sharing.
I think, sir, if you go down a little bit farther, it does more recent.
Is there, this one says June 3rd. Is there one past that?
Let's see. So that's all you have as of right now. So even at June 3rd, there was some things that were cleaned up there. The ladders are gone now. The things that are still there are more to the left of the property next to the porch, but the things in the driveway are removed now. And the grass is being maintained at this time as well.
Okay, so. What are you asking the court to do at this time?
I would just like to see Mr. Snowden finish the remaining of the blight that's on the property, and just maintain the grass moving forward.
Okay. Unless, Mr. Snowden, you want me to keep these pictures up for some reason, I'm gonna stop sharing.
No, that's fine, sir.
Okay. So, what's the date on the citation? Do you know? You wrote a citation for this, correct?
Yes, there was.
And what is the date on the citation?
I can get that for you.
May 8th.
It's May 8th. Okay, thank you. Does that sound right, ma'am?
The date for the citation was June 6th. The date of the first incident at the property was May 8th.
Okay.
Well, the citation I have has May 8th on it.
That is the first date that we went to the property. The date at the bottom.
The citation I have has May 8th as the date that this happened.
The date that we first go to the property is the date we put at the top of the citation. The date that's down next to our signature is the date that we write the citation.
Okay, just so I'm clear. So you wrote May 8th on the top as the date that you initially went, and that was depicted in those photographs, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then when you actually filed the citation, that was subsequent to that May 8th date, correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And at the time you filed the citation, there were still issues with the blight. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, I don't have any other questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Snowden, do you have questions for this witness?
No. I had barely any interaction with her at all. She's been great the whole time, though, I gotta admit.
Any further witnesses from the township?
No other witnesses.
Thank you. Mr. Snowden, you having no witnesses for this particular, no questions for this witness. It is now your opportunity to present your case as to whether there's blight on May 8th or June 6th, because that's the reason we're here.
Okay. Well, I guess that's all a matter of interpretation. I don't think a barbecue grill in my yard is blight. I don't think, some boards being put down so my mobility scooter can park there is blight. I don't think a patio bench with storage inside it is blight. That's just my opinion. I guess you're the judge and you get to decide what is blight and what's not. The ladders and stuff my son used for work, and so he was, and it did look bad, and I was on him about it, and so it was important that we get that up. And so what we did is we put a gate inside. Did you see the privacy fence there? We put a gate right inside that so he could keep his ladders just inside the fence there. And so that removed a lot of the eyesore that was the ladders that was sitting out in the front of the driveway. The garbage cans, I'm paralyzed. I walk again now, but it's very hard. And Ypsilanti Township did not check with me if I was okay dragging those big ass garbage cans out to the road every week when they decided to go with a contractor to do our garbage removal. And so I got to live with what Ypsilanti Township decided to use for trash removal. The one trash bin is broke. The wheels are off of it. I don't know how it happened or when it happened, but it happened. And they tell me, well, I've got to call some number to get it. Well, I don't have to do anything. I've got to get it out to the street and have them pick my garbage up. I pay taxes in Ypsilanti for Ypsilanti to take care of these garbage situations. That was part of my deal when I moved into that house, when I bought that house. Now I have gone to each and every one of my neighbors, each and every one that lives around there, up and down both sides, across the street, kitty corner across the street, down the road across the street. I've known all my neighbors. I've been there 17 years. I've spoke to everybody. Okay. I've given everybody my telephone number and said, if there's something bothering them, please call me. please come talk to me. I'm a very approachable person. I don't want them to be dissatisfied. I don't want to be a bad neighbor, but I've got to be known if something is bothering somebody. Now, immediately next door to me is a young lady that I actually went to grade school with, and I don't know what you want to call her. If you want to call her mentally challenged or you know what she is, but she's disabled mentally in some form, and this is where all the complaints are coming for. And they've been going on for 3 years now. I go back to before Miss Gaston, to Mr. Greenwood, and even prior to that, to the guy that was there before that came over, and we talked, and we had issues, and there was something that she lodged a complaint about that she didn't like. And so we took care of it. I've been taking care of it. I get up. Is it always fast? No, I'm not fast. I can't get up and do yard work like I did 10 years ago. 7 years ago, I had a spinal cord injury, and I can't do it the way I used to do it now. I know that's not my neighbor's fault, but they could be neighborly too. And I'm tired of being, a victim of this neighbor who every time she, sees something in my lawn that she doesn't like, she calls and makes a complaint to the township, and they act as her minions and come over there and threaten to fine me and bring me to court. I do it as fast as I can. We were delayed in getting this done because my son that's there helping me cut the tip of his finger off at work, and I can document that if you need that. So, it was delayed. We didn't get it done the weekend we wanted. We had to do it two weeks later when he was off, but we got it done. And again, I don't want to be the neighbor that has an ugly yard or makes the property look bad. And I get along with all of my neighbors except for the retarded girl next door. And I'm tired of this crap with her. I'm offended. It's been 3 years. I get up and have to go out there and answer the door because she doesn't like a bike parked in my front yard, or she doesn't like the grill in the front yard. And so I want, this anonymous reporting stuff, it's a easy way for one neighbor to victimize another neighbor. And that's what I feel I've been going through. And I'm tired of it. I've done my best. I put up a $6,000 fence for these neighbors around me that don't like my dogs. 2 years ago, a $6,000 fence that I can't afford. I'm on disability. I can't afford this stuff, but I did it so my neighbors would be pleased, so we could get along and be nice neighbors. What do the fences make good neighbors, right? Well, the fence isn't tall enough for this lady, and I'm tired of it. And if she can't come over there and speak to me like a human being, then live with it.
Mr. Barnett?
I feel I'm not responsible for her dissatisfaction with my lawn.
Mr. Barnett, your witness?
I don't think I have any questions for Mr. Snowden.
All right, thank you. Mr. Barnett, could you put up Exhibit 1 for me, please?
Yes, sure.
Stop.
Hold on one sec.
Thank you. Mr. Snowden, you have agreed that Exhibit 1 could be admitted into evidence. And do you agree with me that your grass is above 7 inches in this picture?
The grass?
Correct.
Oh, I can't tell how long the grass is. I mean, it could be.
Right. Do you agree with me?
Ever an issue?
Do you agree with me that there are multiple garbage cans, multiple ladders, multiple items that the court can't even identify? It looks like there are at least three ladders, 4 ladders. 1 second. Mr. Barnett, are you able to make the picture bigger?
I think so.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 letters. Garbage, garbage cans turned over. I'm not sure what the big round thing is. And then I'm not sure what the other items on the lawn are.
Okay, there's a recycle can right there.
I can understand. I
one with
see
the
the
yellow top.
recycle can. I see the
That's the
recycle
recycle.
can. I understand what a
Yeah.
recycle can is, sir. I live in the township too. I know what that is.
Okay, and
I'm
right
talking
behind
about-
that is a garbage bag. Looks like a black garbage bag there. The ladders are right there because when he pulls his truck into the driveway, he would load and unload them right there.
Mr. Snowden, I'm not
Yeah.
asking you to give me an explanation for what's there. I want to know if you agree that all those items are there.
All the ladders?
Yes.
Yes, all the ladders are there.
And garbage bags are out there.
There is a garbage bag there in the yard, yes.
And on the side, there are more garbage bags, sir.
I see a garbage can. I can't see what's right up against the fence there. I apologize, Your Honor. But I mean, if you say it's a garbage bag, I have no reason to doubt that it's a garbage bag. I just don't see very well at this time. And so, like I said, I'm not denying that there was things there. And it is what it is. I mean, everybody has things in the yard at some point or another. If you look at the Exhibit 3, it's all gone. It's all gone. It's all out of there.
But sir, if you get a ticket for blight while you have blight, you're responsible for the ticket for blight. You were given an option to accept that you would clean this up and the ticket would be dismissed. And instead you wanted to have a hearing.
Well,
Because you are upset. I'm still talking. I didn't interrupt you.
Okay.
Because you're upset that the neighbor called about the blight that was in front of your house.
May I speak now?
Certainly.
I wasn't aware that I would be penalized for making the decision earlier. You didn't make that clear to me. Your Honor.
I made it very clear.
No, you told me I can accept the offer from the officer, or I can have a hearing. You didn't
You
tell me
accept
about
the
it.
offer at which he would waive the fine. And if you don't
Yeah.
waive, yes, and you chose not to do that.
And you didn't explain any penalties for
Okay.
choosing a hearing because
All
I
right.
wanted to be heard, Your Honor.
Well, you've been heard, sir. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
In
No.
this particular case, I do find that there is blight, that the ticket was given appropriately. I will enter the fine in this case of $100.
Can you just give me some jail time because I don't have no money to pay nobody.
Hope I can't.
Okay, well I won't pay it. Can you step away and let me do this?
Fine in this case of $100. The fine will continue to increase if you do not pay it timely, sir. That's how this
I'm gonna
works.
die eventually. So.
Order to enter that if it is not cleaned up, the township can charge that back to Mr. Snowden.
Okay. What about her yard? I can call in a complaint every day on her yard, right? And
You can-
everybody else's yard, and the
You can.
township will follow up with anything I don't like.
You certainly will, sir.
Okay, we're gonna do it.
Okay.
What a joke. Kangaroo court.
Mr. Snowden, if
What?
you can be held in contempt, if you want jail time, I can assist you with that.
You do what you gotta do, Your Honor. I'm speaking
You
the
have
truth
anything
here.
else you want to say?
Yeah, a lot of things, and I'm gonna be saying it, but not in this
Well-
forum.
Well, you should choose not to.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Wait till I get a hold of that neighbor. You just wait.
Mr. Snowden, get off the line at this time before you do some
Good
jail.
night, dear.